Hello and welcome to Jensen Ranch's virtual kindergarten orientation for 2020. My name is Lisa McLean and I'm Jensen Ranch's principal. I'm sorry we cannot hold an in-person orientation this year due to shelter in place, but we will do our best to make sure this presentation is informative and supports your child's transition from preschool or TK to kindergarten. You will hear from two of our kindergarten teachers, view their classrooms, and learn about kindergarten readiness. I will also share some basic information for you as you transition to Jensen yourself as a new Jensen family. You will also learn about our amazing PTA program, as well as our on-site childcare Adventure Time. The information we are sharing is based upon a traditional school year, and next year we will likely be starting the school year off with traditional class mixed with social distancing as well as distance learning. As a district, we are in the planning stages for next year, and once more concrete information is available, that will be shared with you. In the meantime, let's get started.
Hello everybody, my name is Miss Ju. I am the kindergarten teacher in room 1. I hope you enjoyed this virtual tour.
Welcome to room 1. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Our cubbies along the wall and our word wall and some free exploration art tools and more free exploration games, magnetiles, blocks, kitchen area, blocks. This is the back door, which opens up to the kindergarten playground. And the eating area. And room 1's puppet table. And the classroom.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Hawkins and I'm the kindergarten teacher in room 2. Come on in, I'll show you around. Welcome to room 2. When you come in the room, you'll find a wall of the pictures of everyone on their first day of school. There's play areas, spaces for projects, a wall for self-portraits. Neat. This is the reading table where I conduct guided reading and testing. Back here is a parent workspace where parent volunteers are encouraged to come and help out in the classroom. There's my workspace. This is the board and the overhead. A lot of learning happens up here. It also is where our library seating is. It's a comfy space. We call it the living room for the kids to grab a book and come and sit down and get comfortable. Over here is our calendar wall and our morning routine wall. It has the activities that we do together every single day. That's my reading chair where I get to read all sorts of fun stories. Down here is our carpet space where students will spend time learning. I've got lots of fun different types of seating, some library. These are all of our steam bins that have activities for fast finishers. I've got lots of toys and games hidden under the table over there for free explore. These are our student work desks. I have our floor desk, ball desk, stool desk, standing desk, standard chair desk, and wobble chair desk. In kindergarten, students will be in charge of their own supplies. So I have our supply station. When they break a crayon or a colored pencil, they can put it away themselves and grab some new ones. There's an area for turn-in baskets. On the walls, you'll see lots of directions on how to do things. In kindergarten, we do a lot of visual instructions as well as oral. We had just finished up an elephant and piggy. So there's a bunch of elephant and piggy things on the wall. Now, every year my classroom looks a little different. I can't handle it being the same way 2 years in a row. I like a little variety. Also, with social distancing guidelines, some of our classroom might look a little different. Some of the things might be spaced a little differently. So when you come in the fall, it'll look a little different, but pretty much it'll be the same. You'll see a lot of the same things around the room, a lot of the same things on the wall. Throughout the year, we'll do a lot of these same projects. I look forward to meeting you.
Hi, my name is Katie Jew, and I currently teach the kindergarten class in Room 1. We plan to speak with you about 3 different things: our kindergarten program, how to prepare your child for kindergarten, and kindergarten assessments. First of all, before I say anything else, I want you to know that your child does not have to know how to read before beginning kindergarten. That is our job as your kindergarten teachers, to teach your children. We will teach them how to read and write and how to understand mathematics. Our kindergarten program is rigorous. We teach thematically. This means that the topic we are learning about becomes our focus in almost every subject. For example, in the fall, we begin reviewing the colors. We come dressed in the colors. We do math with the colors by sorting, graphing, and counting. We write about the colors, we read about the colors, and we sing about the colors. Research has proven, and we've learned, that when your child is immersed in what they're learning, that's when they learn it and retain it best. This year, our kindergarten programs were on an extended day schedule. This means that after 2 weeks of getting to know the kiddos, we moved to an extended day schedule. The children began school at 8:10 a.m. and have been dismissed at 1:31 p.m., Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, they came from 8:10 to 12. Now, this Monday through Thursday schedule looked slightly different in each classroom, but a typical daily schedule was 8:10 to 10 with whole group instruction, such as morning routines, writing, and math. 10 to 10:20 was snack and recess. 10:20 to 11:40 was more whole group instruction, including working with letters, completing activities that are literacy-based, and small group instruction. 11:40 to 12:20 was lunch and recess. And then from 12:20 to 1:30, there was more whole group instruction, including science, social studies, character education, and free exploration. Upon dismissal, each child's grown-up has come to the school waiting outside the black gate, and the child's teacher has waited until we've seen the specific grown-up to release them to. We will never allow a child to roam around freely. If a child attends Adventure Time or another after-school program, they too have come to the black gate to pick up the child. Most of the after-school programs are already familiar with these procedures. If, after about 15 minutes, someone has not arrived to pick up a child, the child gets walked over to the office to make a phone call to be picked up. Now, with our current world situation and the pandemic that we are in the midst of, our kindergarten's daily schedule for next year will likely look different. We will follow the district's guidelines, and through collaboration with Ms. McLean, the kindergarten team will create the best schedule to maximize learning and meet the needs of our students. As such, this year, we have creatively embraced distance learning. We have been using a combination of videos that address our typical daily routines and to teach new materials. We have sent home clearly labeled packets for our children to complete. We have sent home weekly or daily emails to the families with explicit instructions on how to complete these remote lessons. We have regularly met with our students using Google Meet or Zoom. We have made ourselves readily available to the families for questions and concerns. Due to our rigorous program, the kindergarten classrooms will accept parent volunteers, also following the district's possible new procedures. This information will be provided next year by your child's teacher at back to school night.
Hi, Mrs. Hawkins here, current kindergarten teacher in room 2. I'm going to talk to you about kindergarten readiness, things that you can do at home to prepare your child for kindergarten, and kindergarten assessments. So there are numerous things that you can do to get your child ready for kindergarten. Number 1, make sure that your child can say their first and their last name. So if I say, "Hi, who are you?" they should be able to tell me their first name as well as their last name. Also make sure your child can recognize their name in print, first name only. Last names take a little bit more time to recognize. Number 2, they should know how to ask for help or to tell an adult when something is wrong. That's really important when there are 1 or 2 adults with 25 to 50 children, sometimes even more. Number 3, read books every day. Read. You read to them, they read on their own, they read to you. Even if your child is just pretending to read and they've got that book memorized, it's okay. Read. Number 4, work on small motor skills such as coloring, holding a pencil, cutting with scissors, removing caps from glue sticks. That takes a ton of time in the classroom, so make sure your kid can just pull that glue stick cap on, roll it up, roll it down, put that cap back on all by themselves. Number 5, practice following simple 2-step directions. That's important in class. Number 6, practice social skills such as taking turns, sharing, using kind words, using positive words. A really great way of practicing that is to play board games. Not by the rules you might have made up that help your kid win, but by the real, actual rules as they're written in the book or in the box. And don't always let your child win. What happens when they lose? See what happens when they lose, because in the classroom and they're playing games with other students, they aren't always going to win. So it's a great time to talk about good sportsmanship, to talk about feelings, how it feels to win, how it feels to lose. So don't always let them win, play fair. Number 7, practice taking on simple responsibilities, such as cleaning up after themselves, by themselves, getting dressed by themselves, using the bathroom by themselves, doing zippers on their jackets, on their pants, buttons, blowing their noses, getting a tissue, throwing the tissue away when it's done instead of just handing it to the adult closest to them. So practice some of those daily skills that they might need to know in class and might need to do independently. Number 8, count to 10. Count to 10. That's it. Practice counting to 10. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put some objects out and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If your child can already count to 10, awesome. Count higher. Count to 20. Count to 30. Number 9, sing the alphabet. That ABC song, practice singing that ABC song. If your child has that memorized, work on learning some other nursery rhymes and just having a stash of nursery rhymes memorized. Number 10, build their self-esteem. Kindergarten is hard. It's hard. So praise your child often for their hard work. Kindergarten isn't the same as it was when you and I were kids. It's no longer nap and snack time and learning how the letters go. It's work. It's work. We joke as teachers and say that kindergarten is the new first grade. So they're actually expected to do a lot in kindergarten, and they will learn a lot in kindergarten. Don't be surprised if they come home and fall asleep on the way home or need a nap or go to sleep earlier than usual, because kindergarten and all that learning is exhausting. And number 11, talk to them. Talk to your child. Ask open-ended questions where they need to respond and give you information. What was the best part of your day? Why? What was the worst part of your day? Why? What did you learn today? Tell me about it. What did you want to learn today but didn't? How come? So lots of open-ended questions. Now, A lot of adults and parents and caregivers want to know about assessments in kindergarten. We do assess our kindergartners 4 times throughout the year. We do kindergarten assessments. The first assessment, it's called our initial assessment. And then leading up to each report card, we have other assessments. So the second assessment takes place in about end of September, beginning of October. The third one takes place in January and most of February. And then the fourth is right before report cards go home in May. We assess on a variety of different things that they've been learning in class and hopefully practicing at home. These assessments help drive our instruction. They help us differentiate this instruction to meet your child's needs. They help us determine areas that your child might need some extra support or where they need to be challenged. These assessments are given one-on-one, individually with the child. Sometimes they are given whole group, where the child is expected to have a pencil and paper and write things down, and other times the assessments are informal observations, where the teacher might be walking around the classroom marking off skills that we see. At Back to School Night, we will be able to give you tons more information on assessing students and those initial assessments and assessments throughout the school year, and we'll be able to answer all those questions for you. I look forward to meeting you. Bye!
At Jensen, your children will be learning the Jaguar Paw Pledge. Let's practice. P. Do your personal best. A. Act responsibly. W. We show respect. S. Put safety first. Together we make Jensen Ranch positive. On Fridays, during our Friday flag assembly, we will review the PAW Pledge and we will be acknowledging students who have demonstrated positive behavior, that's a PAW, positive behavior, at school. And as mentioned before, we will also be focusing on what these expected behaviors are in the classroom, around campus during recess, when students are getting lunch. What does it mean to do your personal best when you're in the classroom? How do you act responsibly when you're at recess? How do you put safety first when you're in the cafeteria? Again, these are expected behaviors that we don't expect your students to know when they walk into the classroom, but they'll be things that we are going to teach them and help them become a Jensen Jaguar. This is the Jensen Ranch School office. Please check in here if you are visiting, volunteering, or need to pick up your child during school hours. Visitors always require a badge when on site for identification purposes. All classroom volunteers need to have prior arrangements with the school staff. Check into the office when you arrive and when you leave. And please make sure to drop off your visitor badge. Need to pick up your child early? Stop by the office and we will send for your child. Need to drop something off? Drop it off at the office. Again, during school hours, we ask that our parents and guardians are not wandering about. When starting at a new school, it's important to learn the culture and the etiquette. One important area is going to be on pickup and drop off from school. For kindergartners, we ask our families to please make sure that you walk your child to the classroom door each and every day. This allows the teacher to see you and see your child, know what kind of morning your child has had before they get to school, and also allows you to provide any information regarding changes or adjustments to the pickup and who's picking your child up at the end of the day. Unfortunately, our parking lot is too small to accommodate visitors. Our parking lot only holds enough parking for our staff members, so you will be required to park off campus and then walk to school. This isn't a bad situation because it actually gives you a wonderful opportunity each day to practice just basic safety skills of crossing the street, watching for cars, and watching for vehicles as they may be passing by. At the end of the day, we will ask you as well to pick up your child at the gate. So outside of the gate, you will wait. Again, that requires you to park off campus and walk up and wait, or whoever will be picking them up. Please remind any visitors or changes in who's picking up your child that your child will not be meeting them at the pickup circle, but that they need to come to the gate and pick up your child. You will get specific information in the handbook regarding the pickup and drop-off. And that is much more specific, particularly as your child moves into first grade and beyond. But the main thing for kindergarten is you are actually going to be walking your child to class in the morning and waiting at the gate at the end of the day. One thing you will notice when you come onto Jensen Ranch campus is that there is a student drop-off and pickup zone. A reminder, this is not a parking area in the loading zone. It is for families to drop off and pick up their child. We also sometimes have deliveries, and it also ends up being an emergency lane. So again, please make sure that you are not using the loading zone for parking. And again, especially in the morning, do not park your car here and then walk your child in. Please take some time to review the Jensen Ranch Handbook with your child once it becomes available in August. The information will help you to successfully navigate your new school. You will receive an online access link during registration in August, and an updated school handbook link will be available on the school website no later than the first day of school. At Jensen Ranch, we are dedicated to communicating and partnering with our families. We have a weekly newsletter that comes out, the Jensen Ranch Roundup. On social media, you can find us on Twitter and Facebook. It's important for you to bookmark our school website. We hold our Friday flag ceremonies where information is shared with our school community. Once a month, the Coffee with the Principal is held. And we have our PTA meetings, which are held once a month. Up next, please enjoy this video presentation from our Jensen Ranch PTA.
This song's for everybody across the USA. If you want to see a change, hop on board this train and help us make a difference today. This song's for all the parents who believe in the PTA. All across this land, every woman and man, making our schools a better place. Every child, one voice, across America, make some noise for the future generation who one day lead this nation to a kinder world, a safer place where walls fall down and dreams are made. For our children's future, we have a choice with a PTA. Every child, one voice. This song's for all the teachers, the heroes who are underpaid. Your amazing devotion sets the wheels in motion in the minds of our children each day. This song is for the child whose back's against the wall. So bullies beware, we're gonna stop the nightmare and put an end to this once and for all. Every child, one voice, across America, make some noise for the future generation who one day lead this nation to a kinder world, a safer place where walls fall down and dreams are made. For our children's future, we have a choice with a PTA. Every child, one voice. Every child deserves to succeed on a global stage. They will compete. We can help them go the distance. Will you help us make a difference? Every child, one voice.
thank you for joining us for this kindergarten tour. Again, we are sorry we weren't able to meet with you in person, but we hope this time has been informative and helps you feel a little bit more ready to get started with kindergarten. Thank you.